Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk all about 30 days of cold dipping. Yeah, that's it. I've been 30 days every day in the cold tub. It's right behind me here. I'll take you through my little setup and tell you a bit about why I've done it and some of the benefits I've got for it. So cold water plunging, ice baths, all of the above. You may have heard of a guy called Wim Hof. He's done a lot, led the way in making this quite a popular pastime. There's been a lot of subsequent scientific investigation studies as well, and lots of benefits that are discussed into the various merits. For me, the things that caught my attention when I was reading about it and heard from friends was the mental health benefits, just the overall physical improvements, and also the recovery benefits from training. There's lots and lots of science out there. Feel free, you can obviously go and read it, look up things like Wim Hof, and you'll get pages and pages to go through. I'm not going to go through that today, but that's some of the headlines that I was interested in. So I'll show you my little setup, and then I'm due a dip. I've just got out of a Zwift session, so I'm due a recovery dip, so I'll take you through how it goes. So this is my little setup. It's an inflatable type ice tub. It's become quite popular, quite cost effective, quite a few on the market. This is quite a budget one. I wasn't sure how this would go, to be honest, so I didn't want to spend loads of money. So got a fairly cheap one, got it on a popular second-hand site. The wood around and the decking that I had from a pile that I got from Facebook for free, so that's all remained wood, as were the slabs underneath it. Just had to get a little bit of gravel, a couple of bags of gravel, just to finish it around the edge there, make it look nice. The net over the top, well, we get a lot of wind here, so that little flimsy top would not last 5 minutes in the high winds. So I've got that clip there, as you can see, just simple elasticated net clipped on with a couple of carabiners and a couple of ties. It survived Stormbert, so I'm pretty confident that's going to handle anything we've got coming our way. So just get it uncovered and get it ready for use. So you see that just pops off there, lays on the floor. We've got our masticate cover, pop that off, and we have the other lid inside. I'll just pop that one out there, just pop them to one side for now. Okay, so let's first check today's temperature. Probably not too cold. I'm pleasantly surprised. Looks like 9 degrees today. So let's pop that to one side as well. And then finally, a chlorine skimmer. I'm still working on this. I'm currently using little tablets inside here, as recommended by Lazy Spa. And there's one in there that's been in there about a week now, and still going strong. So that just sits in there. As you can see, the water's fairly clear still. But I think it does smell a little bit too strong, a little bit too swimming pool like. So I think that's probably a tad over chlorinated. I'm going to get some test strips for that, and I can finesse that. But so far I had to change the water twice in a month on the first month, but it looks like it's lasting a little bit better with these new tablets. Cool, so the tub's ready. See, I've got my robe off now. So what do I normally wear in the tub? To get the benefits, I don't want to be layered up. The idea is it's cold exposure. I do usually have a woolly hat on. I just find that being out of the water, head gets a bit cold and starts really feeling the cold there. And I've also got just some thin neoprene socks on, again, just from feet are the longest thing in the water. I find my toes just get really, really cold. Hands maybe in or out of the water, again, depends how cold it is, how I'm feeling. Sometimes they get so numb that I'll struggle getting my robe on afterwards. So that's my normal one to wear those. Always wear that and the hat and the socks. Usually just wear swimming trunks for that maximum exposure. Just come off Zwift, and also because I'm out here recording, just give me a little bit extra coverage. Obviously, I left my tri-suit on today, so I'll leave this for now. But typically, less is more. Get that full cold hit. Standing, time to go in. The trick with this is breathing. Manage your breathing, try and relax and control it. See, today trying to film, a little trick here. We're in. If I weren't filming, trying to hold the camera, I'll probably bring my shoulders a little bit further down. Could just sink in, but already as you can see I'm fairly well covered. Where around lunchtime the ambulance warmed up a bit. It's not too bad today with my tri-suit. It's just giving that little extra insulation. It's surprising what difference just that thin bit of material makes. I'm still feeling cold. Still get that buzz. My heart rate's coming down a bit. I'll dips on my watch, my Garmin. So not only can I time it, usually try for around 6 minutes, doesn't always make that. Sometimes I've gone over though. Heart rate started about 100. It's down to 80 now. We'll delve into a bit of the data after this. See how it affected from the month. Typically first thing, I have exercised today. I've done a swim this morning, and I've also Zwift ridden not long ago. So I tend to find if I've done that, my heart rate doesn't dip as much. First thing in the morning when I've not long been up, I typically dip. I tend to find my heart rate starts between the 80 to 100, but it will then settle down to high 50s. I'm just going to settle in here and finish up. Trick whilst you're doing this is calm. Just long, slow breaths. And you're overcoming that cold shock. If you ever jumped in a cold swimming pool, get that kind of breath taken away, you're trying to overcome that. After a while sitting here, it just becomes really calm. Just really relaxing. You may have heard it there at 6 minutes. I've got my Garmin set to notify me at 6 on the activity. Really useful feature there. So I don't have to be clock watching. That little buzz. If I fancy longer, then obviously I can just carry on and I've got the time there. But that's good for today. So what I tend to find when I finish, just out fairly quickly, but still nice and calm. You don't want to get head rushed. You don't want to suddenly feel faint. Just take it steady. And there we have it. That's my cold dip today. That's 30 days, every day. And I'm going to get warmed up, get my road straight on, dried off, cover the bath, inside to warm up as soon as I can now. So the trick is, you don't want to let that cold get to you, you'll then get the after drop. You may have heard of that as well, so she's been outdoor swimming as well. I'm going to get warmed up, get dried off, get showered, and I'll come back shortly and just give a bit more data around how I got on over 30 days and the actual benefits I found rather than theoretical. Slight problem there that the actual wrap up and footage I shot I actually managed to lose, so I'm reshooting it now on another day, and time's actually passed since I did my original film, and I've carried on with cold dipping, and my cheap and cheerful Amazon online sort of tub, it did all right. It lasted about 9 months, but then the sides started perishing and the water was getting inside the insulation. So I have now, as I'm firmly sold on cold dipping, I've upgraded to this, the Lumi Pod Max. You can quite often get these, they're reasonable price anyway, but they often have deals on as well, so worth checking out the website, have a look. So it's just overall better quality. It is a bit bigger, I'll show you inside in just a second. So it's slightly bigger, which means it's a bit easier to get down into, a bit more room to move about. If you want to submerge more yourself, you're not quite as cramped up as the other one. So the other one was brilliant, and I highly recommend those cheap and cheerful ones if you just want to give it a try, not spend a lot of money. So some of the benefits, so some of the data reflected that my resting heart rate was actually improved after my month of cold dipping. So really good there. And the slightly harder to measure things. So my mental health, always felt like if I did a dip in the morning, always just felt like I had that little extra positivity in the morning, first thing. I felt like I'd done a thing, regardless of any other training or what the day lay ahead. So it was really good, really helpful. It's helped me in my triathlon as well. So something I struggled with all along is the start of races, particularly open water. You get in, there's that immediate, you get in the water, it's cold. And alongside trying to control my start, take it slightly slower, I've also found that having gotten used to getting in cold water here, I'm more used to getting into those lakes and the sea at those starts. So definite benefit there. That's really helped me. So would I recommend getting a cold tub, doing some cold dipping, whether it's for recovery, for daily well-being? Absolutely I would. And so I've now upgraded mine and I'm carrying on with that. I do try and use it several times a week in the mornings. I'll use it after a training session, which is what I'm now coming back to do now. Just done an hour inside on Zwift, so I'm going to come out, have a session in here, and then go and get warmed up. So definitely recommend it. I hope you found this useful. Bit of an intro to cold dipping from someone who's completely that's a newbie to it. I'd literally just read some of the Wim Hof articles and videos, and a few other sort of YouTubers as well. So that's my take on it. I hope it's useful. Got plenty more coming on the channel, so please do like and subscribe, and some more training, lifestyle, triathlon-y content on its way. We'll see you soon.